Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into the 3 Show. I'm Vinny Paracelli. We just wrapped up the NA3HL Showcase in Blaine, Minnesota. 3 full days of non-stop excitement as all 34 teams were under one roof. Plenty of scouts were there from the junior and college ranks as we hope to start seeing more college commitments and NAHL advancements happening in the next few weeks. Let's get right into it and break down the wild 3 days that was the 2022 NA3HL Showcase. The NA3HL Showcase is in the books, but let's take a look back at some of the action. Day 1, we saw a thrilling finish between Peoria and Long Beach as Massimo Polistina netted the overtime winner to give the Mustangs the victory. Then over on Ring 5, a penalty shot, a 1-goal game, less than a minute left. The save is made by Pearson Hazlip. He picks up the 25-save shutout. New Mexico tops New Jersey 1-0. Later in the day, it's a battle between first place Gillette and Northeast, a game so good it needed overtime, and Michael Locke comes through and buries the game winner. Generals 4, Wild 3. Granite City and the Texas Roadrunners. Granite controlled things early, but it was the Roadrunners getting the lead. The Jacks tied up in the third period, but then Jack Heron, with less than a second remaining, gets the game winner. The Roadrunners with a huge statement victory. They get the 2 points and the win 4-3. Then it's a defensive battle between Rochester and Norwich. Only 1 goal was scored in the game, and it's this snipe from Austin Mears. 14-save shutout for Tate Cotham. Grizzlies win 1-0. Day 2, we saw a wild one between Mason City and New Mexico as the two teams traded goals all game long. Dakota Lenz had 2 goals as the Toros come away with the 7-5 victory. Then later we had Wilmer and New Jersey. The Titans come in on the rush. Great tip in front by Peyton Foes, and the Titans knock off the Warhawks 4-3 in overtime. Northeast and Granite City in a rematch of last season's semifinals. It was 2 goals off the stick of Gabe Capo, and the Generals defeat the Lumberjacks 3-1 on day number 2. Then on day 3, the most electric game of the event was the Atlanta and Bay State contest on Ring 7. The teams combined to score 20 goals, easily the most of the event. Taras Korchenko had 4 goals and 6 points. Anthony O'Neill had a hat trick and 6 points. Landon Schoonover of Bay State had 4 goals and 6 points. It was wild. The Capitals came away with a 13-7 victory. Yes, that is a hockey score, not a football score. Badlands and New Jersey were knotted up at 3 late in the third, and then Hunter Walla netted his second goal of the game with just 21 seconds remaining. The Sabres score 4 straight goals and overcome a 3-goal deficit to win 4-3 on the final day of the event. Then we had a great game on Rink 1 as the Wilmer Warhawks outlasted the Butte Cobras, winning 5-4. Tyler Misalik and Blaze Shutt each had 2 goals for Wilmer. Then it may be the best game of the event. The Alexandria Blizzard finished the event a perfect 3-0 as Sean Kenny buried the game winner in overtime as the Blizzard topped the Grizzlies 4-3. Alexandria, Bozeman, Minnesota, Northeast, and St. Louis are the only teams to get through the showcase with a perfect 3-0 record. Just goes to show the parity in our league. Now let's hear from the commissioner of the NAHL, Mark Frankfeld, and others about what they had to say about this tremendous event.
Well, I think this is important for a lot of reasons. I think one, it brings the different divisions of the league together, so it is a league. And one of the pieces of the way that we do the competition is we kind of do a level competition. So if you're a better team in one division, you play the better teams in other divisions, and so that gives folks good competition, or teams that have been struggling a little bit. Good competition, which equals some development. So I think that's very important. And I think the one thing I think from the NAHL perspective is, we are still putting a ton of resources into the players at the Tier 3 level. Otherwise some other places, only take resources from the players. We put a ton of resources in. So we've got college coaches here already, ACHA, NCAA, and we've got all the NAHL coaches staffs here. So there's going to be 60 or 70 maybe more colleges and junior teams here to watch these guys play. And we've just seen over the years more and more players from the 3HL are moving to the NA, moving into college, and a lot of them are moving into the NA into college. And it doesn't stop there. It's pretty cool. Some of them come from our PHL into the 3HL to the NHL and into the NCAA. So it's working. Right. We're still, like you said, 13 years young, but it's starting to work at a high level.
This is awesome. There's so many scouts and college coaches in it right now. I mean, they love this, and that's what they're playing for their future, and hopefully they can get some offers.
Yeah, it's huge, right? Every year we say the same thing. We have the scouts that show up, and it's a great showcase, right? The guys come here, they get talked to, they get taken out of the room, and it's just something that's, the North American League and the NAL3, and even the NAPL, they do a great job, and it's a true ladder of development through all three.
Yeah, it's the event you circle and the dates you circle right away. You don't know who you're playing, which I think is kind of cool, right? Hectic week for us, but the players know we want to play our best right now. Like, this is why you show up, because this is the premier event where people may have been watching you on Hockey TV, but now they get to see you in person. And understanding the value of body language. That's a big thing for us, and I love that, you know, hey, there's 40 people that get to see who you are, not the hockey player you are as well.
It's good for the players. I mean, it's good. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of ice scouts, whatever league they're from. It's a great opportunity for our players. And it's an exciting time we've got a younger team, as we only have 2 O2s. But it's good for the younger players to get on guys' lists for the future. So it's a big deal.
The showcase is already doing its job for a couple of players. Josh Coles of the Great Falls Americans will be joining Augsburg College for the second semester of school. The Elk River, Minnesota native is 9-10 on the year with a goals against average of .318 and a save percentage of .933 to go with the shutout. Michael Sweetland of the Wilmer Warhawks has committed to Concordia College. The veteran forward is in his 3rd season with the Warhawks. This year he has 11 goals and 36 points, and in 85 career games in the NA3HL, Sweetland has 37 goals and 97 points. In November, the team did a food drive for the Helena Food Store. It was supposed to be during their home game against the Great Falls Americans, however that game was canceled last minute. Instead, the team just held a scrimmage and invited the public and continued with the food drive. They raised over 700 pounds of food and $80 in donations. The Bighorns then also hosted the Montana Supporting Military in November, hosting them during a game and taking donations for them to send things to our currently deployed military members. They auctioned off a jersey during the first intermission. It sold for $1,000, and they gave that money to Montana Supporting Military. Then they joined Toys for Tots in the Parade of Lights Thanksgiving weekend, walking with them, handing things out, as well as carrying their banners. Moving into December, the first week of December, they hosted the United Way. They sold 50-50 tickets during their back-to-back games against the Gillette Wild. They raised a total of $1,754 that weekend for the United Way. They also presented a check to the Bob Green Memorial Fund on behalf of 1889 Coffee House for $1,500. On December 7th, after their practice, the team went and helped Montana Supporting Military again by putting together care packages for deployed troops that were going to be sent over for Christmas. The following weekend, they held their teddy bear toss game. The Bighorns scored the first goal after about 4 minutes in the game, and they stuffed 13 boxes of bears and toys. They delivered it all to Toys for Tots along with a $900 check on behalf of Mountain Gate Dental. Mountain Gate Dental was their game sponsor that night on Saturday, and they donated $100 for each goal scored by either team to Toys for Tots. What a great last couple of weeks it was for the Helena Bighorns. Follow the NA3HL on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for the latest content. Go to NA3HL.com for live scores, stats, and up to the second standings. That's all for us this week on The 3 Show. We hope you enjoyed the showcase, and we hope you enjoy your Christmas and your New Year, as we will see you next time in 2023.